Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Somber start to week 18. I hope Hamlin gets better. We don't have answers for that Bengals-Bills game. Playoffs are coming up. Let's get this money. At least the last 3 weeks on Patreon, I've been 9-5, but really somber day in the NFL world. But let's get to the Week 18 Vegas spread picks. Sunday Night Football, game of the week. We got the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. Lions are plus 4.5. Money. Lions to cover. I got the Lions to win the game as well, but the money pick is for the Lions to cover. I know everyone's going to be behind Green Bay. I know Joe Public is going to be saying Aaron Rodgers will figure it out, and Lions can play spoiler here. I don't think the Seahawks lose, but the Lions got a legitimate shot for the playoffs, and I think the Lions are a more consistent team than them, and I know the Lions' run defense was absolutely garbage against the Carolina Panthers, but they haven't been that bad the last 8 weeks of the season, and I see a Packers team that lacks explosion. They still haven't answered my questions, blowing out the Vikings like they were up 17-3 and they had like 40 offensive yards. I just don't think that answered my questions. I don't think this Packers team has the offense to truly exploit the Detroit defense. We know if you have a good offense, you can hang 50 against Detroit if you're on your game. I just don't think that's the Packers' way, and I think Detroit runs the ball better this game. I think this is going to be a slow pace. I know people want to bet the over in this game, but Packers games are extremely slow paced, and I think the Lions are actually looking good to grind it out. Swift and Jamal Williams got going last week. I think Goff gets more explosive plays than Rodgers. Give me the Lions to win in the cover at Lambeau Field Sunday Night Football. Make it a money pick. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams. Baker at the Seattle Seahawks. Rams are plus 6.5. I'm going Rams to cover, Hawks to win. I think Hawks win it, but I'll be honest, I think they're on upset watch, and this isn't a normal Rams team that has nothing to play for going into this last game. You got a guy in Baker Mayfield who's playing for his football life, and I think that will be a factor. And we've seen glimpses of hope out of the Rams the last 3 or 4 weeks. I think they're capable of covering the spread rather easy. Hawks were surprising last week against the Jets. I was surprised they got the run game going. We haven't seen that since earlier in the year. That's why I think the Seahawks avoid upset here. I think they run the ball better than the Rams. I think Baker keeps it close. Baker gives Seahawks fans a little bit of pressure. I got the Seahawks tumbling into the playoffs with a win here. Rams to cover. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings. Blew out at the Chicago Bears. The Bears. Vikings are -3. Vikings to win in the cover. Borderline money pick for the Vikings. Listen, I've been telling everyone the last 8 weeks, the Bears defense is the worst defense in the league, and they can be the remedy to get any sort of offense going. And I'm not changing my opinion. I don't think there's a team that's worse on the offensive line, worse on the defensive line than the Chicago Bears. I just don't think you can find it. Vikings will respond here. Vikings do have a little bit to play for. They have some seeding to play for. It probably won't fall their way due to the Green Bay loss, but they should come out and play this game at least headstrong the first 3 quarters. Give me the Vikings to win in the cover against the Bears. Next game, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Huntley at the Cincinnati Bengals. Ravens are +7. I got the Ravens to cover, Bengals to win. Now, we don't have all the answers about this situation due to the tragedy that happened on Monday night. From what the spread is telling me, it looks like Huntley's going to play. I thought we had a shot to see Lamar Jackson in this game, but if it's +7, I think it's a Huntley performance all the way. I think the Ravens do enough to keep it close. I think it's going to be a grinding type game. I don't know the answer to the Bengals-Bills game, what they're going to do with it. I'm punting on this one. Ravens to cover, Bengals to win. You guys can fill in the blanks later in the week. Next game, we got the Arizona Cards. David Blau at the San Francisco 49ers. Cards are +14. Cards to cover, 49ers to win. 49ers do have things to play for. I think they'll try to win the game, but I don't think they're going to try to blow out Cliff Kingsbury, and 14 is an awful lot in this league. Even if David Blau is your quarterback, give me the Cards to cover, Niners to win. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Denver Broncos. Chargers are -3. Money, money, money. Money. Listen, this week's just, I told you last week, week 17 and week 18 aren't the week to bet. Save your money for the playoffs, but this, I will be throwing a little bet at this one. Chargers -3 on the road to the Broncos. Broncos were a money pick for us last week against the Chiefs, which was funny and ironic, but it was a good pick. This week, I think the Cinderella new coach shoe kind of falls off the Broncos. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to be running the ball, and the Chargers still have seeding to play for. And the Chargers really need to amp up this offense, and they got good opposition against the Broncos defense. And I just wonder, like, how much energy does this Broncos defense have? How much gusto and physicality do they have left? Because if you look at this defense, it's been a top 5 defense all year. Chargers getting healthy on offense. We've seen that the last 5 weeks. They're taking off. Chargers winning the cover, making a damn money pick. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys. Them boys at the Washington No-Names. Cowboys are -4. Give me the Cowboys to win in the cover. I mean, there's even talk of the no-name starting Sam Howell. For me, Riverboat Ron should just go back to Taylor Heineke, and maybe they can grind this out. The Cowboys don't show up. But I'm seeing a Washington team that's unraveling, and when you face the Cowboys, I know the Cowboys don't have a ton to play for. They have a little bit of seeding to play for, but I think the Cowboys do the little things better. I think they run the ball better. I think they play better defense. Give me the Cowboys to win in the cover with the -4. Next game, we got the New York Jets eliminated at the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are -1. Skylar Thompson, Dolphins to win in the cover. I mean, Skylar Thompson did enough for a complete back-breaking bad beat when we had the Patriots last week. I mean, that was about as bad as beat as you're going to get watching Skylar Thompson score garbage points against you. I just think the Dolphins get better coaching here, and I think this is the Jets team that's out of ideas, that's out of inspiration, that's out of verb, and the Jets had everything set up last week. They got a vulnerable Seattle team, and they just didn't show up. They didn't stop the run, and Mike White didn't play good at all. I think the Dolphins come in here with verb, with intensity. Dolphins winning the cover. Home field advantage will play a part. I think it's going to be hot. Jets tire in the second half. Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Patriots +7.5. I'm going Patriots to cover, Bills to win. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. How much focus will the Bills have? What are we doing about that Monday night game against the Bengals? What implications does this game have? I mean, that's all question marks due to what transpired, that tragedy that transpired Monday night. I think the Patriots keep it close. I think the Bills win. Not a lot of science here. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Browns are +3. Money, money, money! Money! Browns to win in the cover. I rode the Browns last week. Everyone was against me, and I'm going to keep riding them. I know there is some sort of Mike Tomlin magic. Like, how is this man going to get another playoff appearance with this squad? How is this man going to keep the winning record alive? How is he going to do this year after year? But I think the Browns snap his hopes. Every Steelers game is a 3-point, 2-point game, and it's going to go down to the wire. I think the Browns win it. I think the Browns are playing better defense at the right time. And when I look at both of these offenses, yes, they both really, really suck at throwing the football. But I think the Browns run the rock better in this game, and I think that's enough in a late season, bad weather environment. Give me the Browns to win in the cover. Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. Panthers are plus 3.5. Panthers to win in the cover. I mean, not a lot of science. I mean, this game really comes down to who do you think has more motivation? And after the Panthers' playoff hopes dashed against the Bucs, they got out to an early lead and still lost against the Bucs. I think the Panthers come out committed, and I think they come out and run the ball good. And also, we have to remember, man, this Panthers team, ever since Steve Wilkes has been there, they played pretty decent football. I think that continues. I don't think they quit. Panthers winning the cover in the upset. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Let's get this money. Playoffs in 1 week. Next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Las Vegas Raiders. Chiefs are -9. I got the Chiefs to win in the cover. I know. Chiefs covering a spread at Lawson. Have you gone to the insane asylum? Is something wrong with you? Shake your head. Like, I get it. It's just, we saw Jared Stidham magic against the 49ers last week. I'm not betting we see it 2 times in a row. And I know Josh McDaniels, he wants to shove it to Carr. He wants to show that, like, in reality, Carr is trash and McDaniels is a good coach. I don't see that worldview. Chiefs still got first overall to play for in the playoff seeding. I think Chiefs come out and lay the warhammer on them. Chiefs -9, winning the cover. Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks at the Atlanta Falcons. Bucks are +3, Falcons to win in the cover. I mean, I don't know how seriously the Bucs are going to take this game. So Falcons winning the cover by default. Saturday Night Football. AFC South on the line. We got the Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jags. Jags are -6.5. Jags to win in the cover. I really like the Jags this game. I will be live betting this on YouTube, most likely. I'll be on Saturday night live betting with all you guys. But with that being said, I like the Jags -6.5. And I'll tell you some things, man. For all the talk about the Titans' defense this year, they've been completely non-existent in the last 5 or 6 weeks. I feel like they've ran out of ideas. They ran out of schemes, and their defensive line is banged up. I know Simmons, I know Archery's going to play, but how effective will they be? And I just think the Jags, they got a way better passing game, and the Josh Dobbs thing for me, like, isn't as cute as the media's making it out to be. I don't know if I would go Josh Dobbs. I think I would go Malik Willis, but I understand Mike Vrabel's making this decision. But we have to remember this Josh Dobbs decision is it's desperate. It's like they're out of ideas. It's like the train's coming and they can't get out of the way. I think this Jacksonville train comes full speed ahead, and I think it splatters the Titans on the tracks. Jags winning the cover, more offense, and honestly in this game, I think the Jags play better defense, as crazy as that sounds. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. Toilet ball. Texans +2.5. Give me the Texans. What the hell? Texans winning the cover. Like, listen. If we were handicapping this game and you thought both teams were going to try, it has to be the Texans, right? It has to be. Now, we know both teams have been tanking, but I think the Texans play better football and someone's got to win. I mean, maybe we even see a tie in this game. Last game of the week, we got the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. Giants are plus 14. Giants cover, Eagles win. There isn't a lot of science. There isn't a lot to play for here. Hit the like button, share the videos. Week 18 Vegas spreads. Playoffs are coming up. Let's get this money. Let's win a lot of money in the playoffs. I'm ready for it. I appreciate every one of you following me this whole year. It's been a crazy year. Monday Night Football is absolutely crazy last night as well. Let's get this money. Hopefully Hamlin feels better, man. Hopefully he recovers. Have a great week, guys.